Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and I realize that I am on early, which is, super unusual for me. Normally, I would be scrambling 1 minute to or 1 minute after. But you know what? I'm learning. I'm learning to be ready well ahead of time and to make sure that all the kinks are ironed out. And I'm checking on um, my laptop, and I see words, which means I have volume, which is a wonderful thing. So while we're waiting, it's 2:57, so instead of 3 o'clock. And if you're watching me on YouTube live, you're probably thinking, okay, I was waiting for you at 10 a.m. Where were you? Well, on my Facebook page, I had mentioned that because it was an actual class this morning, I had an in-person coffee and a card class. So I thought, well, the YouTube is going to move till the afternoon so that I can do both. So stay tuned. I do believe, though, I'm not going to be doing a coffee and a card class every week. I'm going to do it only once a month for now. And there's always learning lessons, because of COVID. You're in a totally different group for more than a year. For a year and a half, there have been no in-person classes. So you design your classes differently when you're doing them online and when you're sending kits away. So my class that I do for my coffee and a card is the same as my virtual coffee and a card. But that makes for a very long class. And it was a small class, which, I always say God knows what he's doing. To be totally honest, I was disappointed. I thought, first in-person class after so long, they're going to be beating the door down to come. And that was not the case. But it is as it was meant to be. And if that people had been beating the door down, we'd still be making cards right now. So it was all good. And it was a marathon session of beautiful cards this morning. So for the YouTube people, I'm going to switch to here. Let's see, here we go. And this is what so you guys, if you don't want to see what's in the celebration catalog and you don't want to see what's in the mini catalog, then come back in a little while and we are going to make this card. So this is the first card in the set of cards, and I'm going to show them all to you actually while it's not quite 3 o'clock. So my virtual coffee and a card for the month of August is all themed around Measure of Love. And I did a blog post about it too, because some of these cards were definitely inspired by other demonstrators. And that's not usually the way I roll. I usually just tabula rasa, a blank slate. I put my stuff out on the table and I make cards as I'm inspired. But I don't even remember the backstory. I think I was just back from Holland and in quarantine, and my creative juices just weren't there. So it was really wonderful to be inspired by other demos. This one was an original, and I'm not going to remember who inspired me. I do remember one card for sure, that, and I'll get to that in a minute. So this was mine, and this is the one we're doing today. This one was inspired by someone else. The vintage weigh scale is done on shimmer white paper, which gives it that vanilla look, but it's really, really cool for this technique. And let's see. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Yolanda. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Yolanda just said I look beautiful. That's really sweet. I thought the same thing, Yolanda, when I saw your Facebook Live last night, but I was up to my elbows in flour. I was making a cake for my coffee and a card class this morning, so I couldn't type on your live, but you also look beautiful. I'm always drawn to your amazing eyes. So, while we're complimenting each other, that's just the truth spoken in love. So this card was also a Jackie original, and I smeared ink on it I must have gotten some cherry cobbler ink on my fingers. And then someone commented on my blog post or whatever, and they said it's like someone with lipstick was looking in the bakery window, and they were too excited about the cupcakes, and they got a little lipstick on the window. I kind of like that explanation. Oh yeah, and then we have this card. This one was inspired by the kitchen table stamper. I only changed up the background, and I used Poppy Parade for those cherries, and I'm not sure if I like that color. I think I'll go with Cherry Cobbler next time. And then this last card was inspired by fellow Canadian demonstrator Tina Zink. And the only thing I did differently is Tina had her weigh scale centered in the middle, and I moved mine over to the left, and I grounded it with a little bit of blends. So those are the cards for my virtual coffee and a card this month. I still have lots of kits left over. So if you want one mailed to you, They are $25. And if you want the stamp set as well, I'll mail you the stamp set and the kit card for $50, including postage. So that's a super good deal. All right, so let me know if you want that. And before I do any stamping with you, I am going to walk you through the catalog a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to put this, I'm just putting things back where they belong so I don't, get all squirrely afterwards. So we'll start with the celebration flyer. And the celebration flyer needs some explanation because no matter what, no matter how clearly they, here, I've got to put in a little peek on the ring. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, and I do have it on my right hand, and that is a bit of a Dutch custom, but it's totally a Jackie and Gerard thing too. We are so not bound by some traditions, and so this is my ring, and it does have some diamonds, but the main stone is an aquamarine, and the significance of that is the ocean that separated us and the ocean that brought us together. Pretty cheesy, but fun. Okay, so this is the celebration flyer, and it goes from the 3rd of August, which is today, till the end of September. And the way it works, the things in here, oh, that's pretty thick front cover. So you can choose a free celebration product with every $60 or $120 you spend before tax and shipping. So, for example, this paper, it's called Bedazzling, and it's free with a $60 purchase. So take a look at this. It reminds me, Yolanda, if you ever have holiday dresses, this is just like those rhinestone dresses or those pretty tops. My cousin Yolanda has a fashion boutique just north of Guelph on Highway 6. So if you're ever in the area, you should check it out. Anyway, that's what this paper reminds me of. We've had glimmer paper in the past, but this is unusual. This is different than anything we've ever had. I like it a lot. So it was my #1 choice. So that's the first one. And hi, Paulette. Let's take a next turn the page, okay? So the next thing we have is free penguin paper. So now it will show you, the penguin paper is free with the $60 purchase, but it coordinates with the Penguin Place bundle that's in the annual catalog. And that's a penguin stamp set with a penguin punch. So you can coordinate all this stuff together. Now let me see if I can dig this out of my pile. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. So I have put the paper in a holder, which is really nice. It keeps it, it stops it from getting wrecked. So this is the paper, and it's just really whimsical and cute with polar bears, snowmen, foxes, rabbits, all woodland creatures, but in a pastel. So, and it's nice because it's not necessarily Christmas, it's winter, and like those polka dots are good for any time. Now here they're sledding. I love this paper. I think it's really pretty. And you can fussy cut these out as well. I don't think that it matches with the punch, but that's okay. So that's one of your free options, is this paper. So now is a really, really good time to stock up on your Stampin' Up! Supplies. Just really nice. I love the blue. It's all really pretty. See, this is subtly different. There's a different color background here. You've got a light green, a mint macaron, and some trees. So that's the paper. And watch this. I'm going to be, oops, sorry, I just bumped my phone stand. I'm going to put it back in the sleeve so I don't have to do all this crazy cleanup afterwards. So it's going to go on the tape on the floor under my table. So let's go to the next page. Okay, so the next one is this Feels Like Home, and I actually have that stamp set right here so you can see it in big. Here's the stamp set, and if this looks vaguely familiar to you, I'll tell you why. It's because this is the stamp set that I'm featuring in my blends class. You can pick any 5 colors of blends, and that magically comes to $60, which means you get this stamp set for free, which we'll use for the class. And it's going to be on Monday, August the 23rd. The reason for that unusual date is that's the day before Gerard comes, so that's my last working day. So August the 23rd at 10 a.m. or 7 p.m. you can come and make some cards. I haven't designed them yet, but we're going to use this stamp set, and I'm going to teach you how to use blends, okay? And in the card that we're doing at the end of this video, I'm going to use blends as well, so stick with me. It's worth it. Okay, so this is a free item that you can get with a $60 purchase. I'm just trying to see. So funny, I have a dress from Tribal that looks just like this. Isn't that? Oh, that's great. Well, you know what? I might have to come and see you, Yolanda. I'm coming to Fergus. Okay, so the next free item is this paper here, and it's called Beautifully Penned. and it coordinates with our hand pen petals suite, and I have it here. So what's nice is Stampin' Up! Is trying to coordinate our free products with products that you can buy. And the reason for that is that, well, of course, it's a bit of a sales gimmick that if you get this paper, you're going to want the other stuff. But if you can also look at it the other way, that if you already have the hand pen suite, this is a really nice addition to it. So here's the other side of it, a little wave. Polka dots. This is just really classic paper. I like it a lot. You can color it as well if you want to add some color to your black and white or your gray and white paper. Oh yeah, the polka dots on the other side. And I think there's 4 of every design. So that's nice too. This one especially is great for coloring. And then on the other side of that is a nice stripe with a kind of a watercolory look. Isn't that nice? I think I have covered it all. Yeah, and then there's the wavy one. So that is the, what's it called again? The beautifully penned paper. So I'm going to, sorry, I bopped my camera. I am a little bit of a klutz. Always have been. There's a joke in our family that if you go somewhere with the boots, someone's going to knock something over. A glass of water, a glass of wine, hopefully not the wine. I have a question for you too. I have to decide about my last name. Do I go back to my maiden name of Boot, or do I go with Van der Sar? Now, I really like Van der Sar because I like the idea of sharing Gerard's name. But from a practical point of view, my logo right now has like the Pampered Stamper and it's got Jackie Bolcha. And I'm not keeping Bolcha for sure. But do I go with Jackie Boot or do I go with Jackie Van der Sar? So let me know. I'd like to see your comments. Okay, the next one is called Peaceful Prints. And again, it coordinates with products from the annual catalog. So it coordinates with our Peaceful Deer bundle. Actually, not the annual catalog, I'm lying. It's with the June to December catalog. I'll show you in a second. Now, I am a sucker for all things plaid, okay? I love plaid shirts, I love plaid pillows, throws, you name it. And this is just gorgeous paper. It's classic Christmas, classic Canadiana, I would say. It's crumb cake, real red, black, garden green. You've got snowflakes, you've got a sort of pine bow, you've got Christmas trees, polka dots, plaid, another plaid, just gorgeous. Snowflakes on plaid, also beautiful. And this is a free paper with a $60 purchase. Now, I forgot to tell you the best news of all. Right now, I have a BOGO sale going on. That means buy one, get one free. So you can go ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So if you spend $60 on an online order, you will get a free celebration item. You will get a free PDF tutorial from me. You can choose. You can let me know in an email or a text or a message on Facebook whether you want the International Create With Us tutorial or if you want the Demo Design Dream Team tutorial. Okay, let me know. And then the last thing is you also get to choose $60 free from my BOGO sale from some retired product. So you can get a lot of free stuff. Okay, so check it out. If you need the link, because the BOGO sale is in a private group, so you have to request to join. Okay, and then make sure you read the rules about how it works. So there's the paper. I have a lot to say today. So I hope I'm not talking too fast. If you have questions, just put them in the comments and I will get to them later. I am peeking over. Yeah, Kathleen, I think so too. I always believed you should take your new husband's name because that's what the Bible says. Although I wouldn't mind chapter and verse on that, okay? I believe you, and I have felt in my heart that it would honor him to take his name. But I would love a quote on that. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, so the next one, take a look at this here. I love this tag over here. So that is the punch and the paper. Let's see what's next in this celebration book. Okay, Counting Sheep is also free with a $60 purchase. I can't wait to make this card. I think it's so cute. Here is the stamp set. It's fun. It's another one that you can color with. Pencil crayons, like watercolor pencils and an aqua pen, or blends. It's a lot of fun. This is a great one. And then the cool thing is, Like, take a look at all the examples here. Isn't that cute? I like this one too, them jumping over the fence. And you see that fence there? You can also get sheep dies for free with a $60 purchase. So, and I think the reason they used to do it sometimes that you could get a stamp set and dies with a $120 purchase, but now they're doing it so that you can budget. So you could spend $60 this week and then get the free stamp set, and then maybe 3 weeks later you can get do another $60 purchase and get the dies for free. So that's why I think they did that. So I appreciate that. Now, I don't have this stamp yet. The textures and frames, it's coming. I'm not so much of a geometric person, but I know I will see things that look really cool made with that stamp set. So really neat. It's great for making wrapping paper and backgrounds too. Now, the Summer Shadow dies I also did not get yet. They look really pretty, that you can layer the dies over top of each other to make really beautiful flowers. And they coordinate with a stamp set out of the annual catalog called Shaded Summer. Now, for this one, the dies, it's free with a $120 purchase. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. This one, the Delicate Dahlias, I made a card with this, but I've already sent it away. It's free with a $60 purchase, and there's a solid image and there's a line image. But to tell you the honest truth, here it is. I had a heck of a time lining it up. Even though you can see that it does line up, I like using them independently of each other. Then I don't have to think, I don't have to stress about lining it up. But I do think I'm going to put a mark on mine that shows where the top is so that I don't have to think about lining it up. I think that would be a good way of doing it. But there's quite a few sets, so stamps. So there's a solid and a line image for each one in here. And it's nice because it's thank you, it's sympathy, it's you inspire me, and oh so happy for you, which could be for anything. Okay, so I think it's quite a versatile set. Okay. You know, that's funny. Yeah, I know sometimes we need a challenge, right? I know I've been trying to read my Bible more often too. It helps to have an app on my phone, and I can actually listen to it, which I love. Now, this stamp set here, I don't have yet. You can get this one for free with a $375 workshop. So if you want to introduce your friends to stamping, then come and have a free party with me. And I will teach you how to stamp, and you guys can all order some stamps, and then you will get this stamp set for free along with a bunch of other stuff. So that's the celebration flyer. Let's take a quick peek through the mini catalog. Okay, so this is the July through December catalog. See, I saw J and I thought June because that's my birthday month, but that's not true. Okay, so here is just the table of contents, and it's got a few nice examples of things that are in the catalog, so you can go and look for them. Lots of beautiful layers. You can see pine cones and holly. And here, this is a really pretty little snowflake that we'll find later. This stamp set is our charity stamp set. We always have a stamp set for Make a Difference, and they are donating, Stampin' Up! Is donating $4 from each sale of this stamp for heart health. Okay? I think it's quite nice. Now here, you're going to see a thing about kits. And Stampin' Up! Has changed their kits. All our kits are now $26. They all include a block and everything that you need, your ink spot, your embellishments, and if it's a stamping kit, it will include a stamp set. It will tell you whether it's a stamping kit or not. But you have to go online. They're online only, okay? Wonderful. I have some kits in stock. I'm allowed to carry them. So message me if you're interested in kits, or check it out online, stampinup.ca/kits. All right, now the gingerbread and peppermint sweet. Now I'm not going to go into great detail about every stamper. We'll be here till tomorrow morning, but I love it. Like even that little box is so cute. Everything coordinates in the suite, which makes it really easy. It's like buying an outfit and all the pieces coordinate. I love this suite. I'm going to make something with it, obviously. This one is called, what is it called? Sweets and Treats. Oh yeah, we have this cloche dies. A cloche is like a bell, French word for the bell form. And you know, you go to a fancy restaurant and then they have the pretty desserts, and then sometimes they're under a cloche like that. Now we have a beautiful snowflake set, Merry Snowflakes. They're kind of a Scandinavian inspired snowflake. And then there's a coordinating embossing folder that looks like an evergreen embossing folder. Stars are shining. Great tidings with the wise men. I am getting my catalogs. They are arriving on Thursday. Truth be told, I forgot to order them. I feel really bad about that, but they're coming on Thursday. They will be in my tote on my front porch on Thursday if you didn't get one. If you want one mailed to you, let me know. I can also give you the link so you can see it online. And this ribbon is beautiful. I have it, that shimmer ribbon, and the paper, gorgeous. Actually, everything in this catalog is beautiful. And if you're finding that to be true for yourself, now is a perfect time to get the starter kit. I would love to have you on my team. We have a lot of fun together. We've developed really close relationships, and it's really made a huge difference in people's lives. And the reason the Stampin' Up! The starter kit is such a good deal right now is because of Celebration, and you get a free bonus bundle in your kit. So a stamp set and dies. There's about a list of 10 to choose from. Your Stampin' Up! Starter kit costs $135, but you get to pick $165 worth of product in it. You will also get a free paper pumpkin, and you pay no shipping and tax. So it's a really good deal. There are no strings attached. You will not get any threatening emails if you don't do anything else with it. Stampin' Up! Does hope that you will continue using your discount to either purchase things for yourself or to sell to your friends, but no obligations. And what I like to do is I like to ask you what you want to accomplish with your kit, whether you just want it for your own discount or whatever, and I like to help you achieve your goals. So just so you know. Here is another, the classic cloche bundle. So it comes with the dies. Just slide this over a little bit. You can see the dies here. And all the little images to go inside. It's really, really pretty. I do love the birds. I'm a bird girl. And then this set here, Encircled in Warmth, coordinates with these beautiful dies that are part of the, let me see now. I'm looking. Oh, the Encircled in Beauty dies. I ordered them just because of this set, because the Encircled in Beauty bundle has other words with it, but I didn't need those words, but I really wanted these words, and I wanted those really beautiful round layers. I mean, look at how nice that is. It's just really stunning. Then there's gorgeous silver foil sheets, a Whimsy and Wonder. This is a kind of a fun and funky, I'm gonna grab and show you guys this. I have the paper right here. It's beautiful, but it's really neat because it's in colors that you wouldn't necessarily associate with Christmas. And there's ribbon too. Let me see. Oh, you know what? My ribbon is not within reach. I put it in a different container with my Christmas sets. So really pretty colors, and a really fun looking tree that goes with it. This is silver. You can just see how it catches the light. It'll mimic any color that you put with it. But pink and green, who would have thought? It's quite lovely. It reminds me of, like, if you live locally and you go to the glass house and they have their Christmas decorations up, it's just, this is beautiful with the silver and the light green. I believe it's soft succulent that we're looking at, and mint macaron and mossy meadow, as well as blushing bride. This is just gorgeous. I wasn't going to get this because I'm very much a traditional girl when it comes to Christmas, but I'm so glad I did. It's just refreshing. It feels light. And there's also paper in here that the idea is that you can use it if you have leftovers, that it's not all Christmassy. Look how pretty this is. Isn't that nice? You can tell that I love paper, right? I really do love paper. I never feel guilty. When you have leftover paper, the idea is when you buy paper that you use it, love it, chop it, use your paper. And then when you have leftover paper, that's okay. If you think what you pay for a package of paper, it's less than a bouquet of flowers. And when you buy flowers, a week later, you're throwing them out. So don't feel guilty about a bit of leftover paper, girls. It's okay. So here's the stamp set and the dies that go with this set. You can peek at that. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Kathleen. I will watch that. I know, the problem is that I've been doing too much watching and not enough creating lately. I forgot to show you this paper. This was the paper that was in the set before us with the evergreens. Look how nice. So this is traditional Christmas. Oh, and look, here's a, let me just move this. I want to show you something. Here is the pretty snowflake. Isn't that nice? They come in a whole sheet. So this is the traditional Christmas. I challenge you to go outside your regular, look at that, isn't that pretty? What you normally get, and try something different. Or do a swap with somebody, share half a pack. By the way, I do have packs of paper if you want. Oh, I just found a baggie. So this paper also has a hint of pink in it. And holly, pine cones. We had lots of pine trees growing up. I love pine cones. I love putting them in a campfire and hearing them crackle and pop. Now that, you'll notice the paper that's peeking out the bottom there with the circles, that was shown at the beginning of the catalog in the opening cover. So that's that paper. Hope you're enjoying this little walk through the catalog. Oops, I banged my phone stand again, sorry. So this is the ribbon I was telling you about. It's a beautiful frayed, Blushing Bride frayed grosgrain ribbon. It's really nice and soft. Here's that deer set that coordinates with the deer paper. That's a celebration set. You can see the punch and the deer and the trees. It's quite lovely. Happy holidays with the bird. Oh, and you know what? I went over that too quickly. There's a punch, a long punch that punches holly leaves, and you can see how they wrapped up these socks with foil paper and just punch the holly decor along the edge. So you can use this, you don't have to just use your stamping supplies for cards. You can make boxes, you can do gift packaging. It's really quite versatile. Here we've got some cutesy stamps, some fun, happy snowman, snow buddy better than you, be jolly, some skating snowmen, dancing snowmen, holly jolly wishes. Now this is a really fun set too. Now first, oh yeah, the paper. I don't have the paper right now because my team member Yvonne made a gorgeous card for our Fab 4 class in September. So if you want to look into that, check it out. She made a spanner card with this set. It's a lot of fun. If you love pets, cats, dogs, this paper is incredible. These matte dots are beautiful. It's just a really fun suite. Then we have some background stamps, the knit together, the candy cane, some red and green foil sheets. This is one of my favorite suites, Peaceful Place Suite. I'm going to show you. Yvonne borrowed it and made some cards for me with the paper. There's sequins, there's a timber embossing folder, there's white glittered organdy ribbon, and there's snowy velvet sheets. Now I can show you a velvet sheet, but unfortunately it just looks white to you, but if you feel it, it's just so soft. It's just lovely. I'll use it for the snow. Do you want to see the cards that she made with this set? I think you do. I'm just going to move this off to the side, and let me start with showing you the stamp set. Here's the stamp set. Don't you just want to get away in that little cabin for a week with a fire and a good book and a bottle of wine, or 2 or 3? And then here's the Reflected in Nature, which I like very much as well. And then here is a great stamp set, the Heartfelt Wishes. Nice and long and short. Just a beautiful font. Here are the cards. And that apparently those little snowflakes are a die that goes with it as well. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you, Yvonne, for doing this. Now, Yvonne did say she cased these cards. So if any of these cards are your design, if you're looking, you're watching, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's my card, I didn't get credit. Please, please, please tell me which card was yours so that I can give you credit, okay? I don't believe in stealing people's designs and passing them off as my own. I kind of really like this too, the way the big cabin mimics the smaller ones in the paper. And the little fox. So this is going to be my theme for, I believe, the October Coffee and a Card class, okay? And then I did this one, just a very simple card with the paper. And all I did was add a bit of bling and some silver cording, and that's it. And a saying popped up. But that paper comes, you can cut 4 out of a 12 by 12 sheet. So this is a 5.5-inch square card. So that's that. Let's go back. And here we go. You know, the funny thing is, the other week I did a video and it was through Zoom and you couldn't see what I was doing. I got so many comments, And I thought later, that's the blessing of screwing up. When you screw up, everyone likes to help you out or tell you that you're screwing up. And so people commented that don't normally comment, and it was so nice. It's like, oh, this person watches me. I had no idea. So thank you for that. It turned out, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I love this polar bear set. It just is so beautiful. I think, polar bears are majestic, and this stamp set just oozes majesty to me. Bright baubles. Who doesn't like beautiful Christmas ornaments, right? Christmas ornaments usually are loaded with emotion and memory and nostalgia. Now, we had a team member die last month, which is super sad, and she was really young. And one of the team members made a card for her using this stamp, and I thought it was just so beautiful. I ordered the stamp set right away, and she put "You're an angel" on there. The team member who died was the most lovely person. She was so supportive. So Anne-Marie Perret, tiny little French woman who was just so encouraging and never complained. And I found out after she died, I knew she had health issues. She struggled with cancer for 20 years, but it was a horrible cancer. She had a lot of pain and awfulness in her life, and you would never have known. She never became bitter. She was always joyful, and I'm so thankful for her. She's really made me think hard and long about what's important to me and how to move on, also with my business. And yeah. So Anne-Marie, I'm glad you're not suffering, and I'm praying for your family. This Blackberry Beauty Suite is really lovely, but some of the stuff was back ordered. The paper was back ordered, so I don't have it yet. This gold ribbon is stunning. And this ephemera pack is also really beautiful with the owl and with a bunch of really nice things in there. There's also gold shimmer vellum I don't have yet, but I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. This is a gorgeous fall suite. I told you I was going to talk a lot, and I am talking a lot, so sorry. But it's kind of nice to see sometimes when people describe what they like in something, then you go, oh, I never thought of that. This is really lovely too with the birch trees. It's nice to do the brayering in behind with the different skies. Another gorgeous leaves bundle. If you don't have a beautiful leaf die set and stamp set, this looks like a really nice one. You can layer the open leaves over the solid ones. I think mine is on its way. You can only get so much at once. These pretty pumpkins and nuts about squirrels. This is kind of a cartoony squirrel. You'd be shocked to know that I have not yet ordered this set. Halloween. Beautiful ribbon. Number 4, black and white gingham ribbon. When I saw it here, it looked purple to me, but I think that they sponged it. They brayered purple on it. But it is actually black and white, but you can alter it with your blends, as you can see here. The Stampin' Up! Catalog sometimes does have some pretty cute tips and tricks in it. And good, I still see myself talking, so that's good. Oh, I skipped a page. There's some more cute things with a tree. Sometimes I absolutely love the dies that come in the Halloween sets. The tree, the spider web, the gate. And then there's a really nice big one for a saying here in the middle. And clever cats. If you're a cat lover, these are some fat cats. Black sparkle paper. The Meadow Harvest, the Harvest Meadow. I don't know if I'll have time today, but I'm hoping to play with this, and if I have success, this will be the set for September Coffee and a Card. Okay, I do know that these are beautiful. The brushed metallic adhesive back dots. This time-worn type embossing folder is on its way to me, and then we've got some beautiful cork paper to switch things up for you. Here it is. Sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. So true. Yeah, I think I'll definitely use this. Here's a beautiful Christmas paper. There's the stamp set that I was showing you. Another one, Sparkle of the Season. Lots of elements there. And then wreath dies. Sometimes, sorry, that maybe made you dizzy. Those wreath dies all layer to make a beautiful, beautiful thing. Then we have Little Delights. You're such a blessing. Birthday wishes. Here is my reflected in nature. It's quite nice, isn't it? This one, I actually have this one, and I bought this set for the bundle because of the beautiful dies that go with it. I'll have to show you that another time, but you can see that there's a Santa sleigh, there's snowflakes, there's pumpkins, there's leaves. It's just got a bit of everything. So it's got Thanksgiving, it's got Christmas, it's got Halloween. It's quite versatile. Here we've got some beautiful big words and some well-defined definitions for words. Those are fun. And then this is a fun set. I got it, The Joyful Life. I love the bear on the bike and the hedgehog with the apples and the pig. Oh, it's great. So much fun. And here we have Festive and Bright. We've got some long stamps and dies. And then at the end, it just shows you all the bundles. I'm not going to go through that because it's just a summary of everything that was in the book. So that's that. And there's one other thing that I didn't share, and this isn't going to look like much at all. You're thinking that's just some more white paper. Oh, this is velvet. I got the wrong one. There's also linen paper in the catalog, and I'm going to try it. I saw someone else, I don't know who did it, but it looked really beautiful. So I will let you know how that goes. And now it's time to make a card. Are you ready? So here is the card, the first card for the virtual coffee and a card class. Have I missed anything? No. Okay, we're good. So if you get this set, you will have all your stuff comes in an envelope. And you're probably wondering, here's the ribbon, this sticks out past the card. See, if I turn it upside down, you'll see a little bit going past. I know that, but that's the way it had to work for this to fit. And when you put it in an envelope, I'm going to show you, it does fit, but you just have to fold your flap. It's about 2 millimeters up other than normal, so maybe 3. And so it'll still go in the mail, no problem, and your envelope will still seal without any issue at all. So you get a bit of wiggle room. It's good to know. Okay, so the paper that you see in the background, that black and white paper, is from the host set in the annual catalog. Okay, you can get it, I think, for $24. Okay, so we have a piece of Pool Party that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then this one is, I don't have my ruler here, a 1/4 inch smaller than that. So 4 inches, so 3 3/4 by 5. So let's get started. Then this one is from, so here's the stamp set, Measure of Love. Okay, I like it very, very much. And then this little stitched one is from the Color and Contour. Take a peek. And this is the one that we used, this one here. And then I layered it with a, let's see, I cut a rectangle to put in the inside. Okay, so that's that. And let's get started. So it's not a difficult card at all. What we're going to do is put, you know what, I don't have my regular adhesive, so I'm just going to use this. I don't want to get up. Have you ever missed something? Have you ever misplaced something in your stamp room? I've been missing an embossing folder. So I can't focus very well. I've been looking everywhere. So I had some time before this video, and what was I doing? I was going through boxes, checking for this crazy embossing folder. And I haven't found it. All right, my eyes look crooked, but maybe I'm not. So now, before I do anything else, I'm going to tie my ribbon around. Okay, this is a double-stitched red satin ribbon, and I'm going to do my bow on the far left. There we go. Now I'm turning it kind of upside down. You've got to work your bow, do your bow so that your hands are comfortable. If you're not feeling comfortable, your bow's going to be awkward. So give it a nice tight tie, make a loop, go around, and hold tight. There we go. And then I'm just going to flip it over this way and work it a little bit. There. And you can fiddle with your bows to make them do what you want them to do. They don't always do that. It's just like your hair. Your hair doesn't always sit the way you want it to right away. Sometimes you have to play. Okay, so there's that, and now it can go on the card. Oh, I really don't like that I'm using this tape. However, I'm going to. There. This is for videoing purposes only. So if my card falls apart later, I can always put it back together. So I'm just lining that up, giving it a nice firm press. And now this is going to go on here, and then this is going to go on there, and we're going to stamp our words on here. So we'll stamp our words first. I have a block, and the words I'm going to stamp are "you more than measure up." And did you know that our cases now have the things on the back so you can put your stamps right on there? It's quite nice. Okay, so then lay your stamp on your surface. Oh, it's upside down. And then pick it up with the block. And the reason is, otherwise it could go crooked because it's quite thin. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom a little bit so that you guys can see a little. I've got a terrible mouse right now. I think I have to invest in a better mouse because it doesn't respond very well. And my trackpad, I'll see it just went away completely now. I have to do this. Good equipment is worth it. But when I went to look for a new trackpad, it was over $100. I couldn't do it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we're zoomed in. I have my memento. And did you know that when you have a memento ink pad, you're supposed to store it upside down? So your memento should be stored like this because it doesn't naturally store upside down. That way the ink stays at the surface of the ink pad. Now I should have probably used my Stamparatus, but I didn't. Healthy huffing. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I see that I'm almost off there, but it's pretty dark, so that's good. You can see that. And I'm going to use scissors, and I'm going to just do a little notch, a different kind of notch in the end. That little point. And then this is just going to go like so. And now I have my piece. And I'll just move that off to the side. Don't lose it, Jackie. And now we're going to stamp the weigh scale and the cupcakes. And again, I'm going to use the memento. I'm just going to take them both out. And then you can choose whether you want to use blends or you can use the stamps to fill in your cupcakes with the right color. But since I'm having a blends class in a couple of weeks, I thought I would show you how to use the blends. So here's the weigh scale. And when you're coloring with blends, you should use memento, okay? So I'm doing a little what I call the twist and shout technique. So a bit of tap, 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 and then I do this with my memento because I feel it gives me better ink coverage. Maybe that means I need to re-ink. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not bad. I was kind of stamping ahead of myself and to the left, which is not ideal for lining things up, but it worked. I'm happy. It's so nice when the stars align and things actually work out. Makes me, oh, oh my word. Did you see what I tried to do? I tried to stamp with the lid and I put the thing upside down on my table just when I said everything was going well. Oh, I was talking with Gerard and I said, you know what? I just don't function very well without him. I just don't. And I think he's feeling the same thing. It's a good thing we're getting married soon. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last thing we want to do is take a look at the card here. Look at the weigh scale. And it's got that really cute little red thing. And let's see. Oh, I'm opening the wrong. Oh. Okay, this is the first time it's happening to me now. Oh, here it is. I was going to say I misplaced the stamp set, but it's right there. It's okay, Jackie. Breathe. Here. So we have this tiny little, and it's stained. It's completely stained, which is not helpful because I can hardly see the little hole in the middle. So this is making it difficult for me. We need real red. And It's right here. Okay. So we've got our real red, and I might take this off camera for a minute just so that I can see what I'm doing. Well, I'll stand up. It's hopefully okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I did just fine. Wonderful. Okay, we're ready to do a little bit of blending now. So what I'm going to do, I have Pool Party here, but maybe I should have used Coastal Cabana. I've got Pool Party. I'm going to start with the brush tip and just, oh, my neighbor is cutting the grass. I hope it's not too loud. If that's too loud, let me know. I will take a look at the comments in just a minute. It's Murphy's Law, isn't it? Now, you know, it's a beautiful day, and she has no idea that I'm doing a live video. So, yeah. All right. So I just did the dark there, and now I'm just going over with the light. And then you kind of go over and pull the color in. I have no idea what that was. That was very strange. It's like my TV went on for a minute. Oh, but there it goes again. There's a ghost in the house. I'm going to turn that off. Right when I thought nothing could go wrong, my TV showing the Olympics kicks on all by itself. I don't know if it stops, like if your pause is only lasts for so long and then it goes on again. All right, I'm going to use the fine tip now because I don't want to go off the lines. And you can just pull that dark color. It wasn't good that I walked away from it for so long, but you can just go over it. And you don't want to press hard. You want to go lightly. And I'm just going to get in here. And then the last thing we're going to do, I'm just going to take the brush tip on the light and go over the dark and pull it away. Blend it out. I don't want the lines. There, it's looking nice. And then, the last thing I want to do is I'm going to take what's called the color lifter, and I'm just going to do a little bit like so. Just to make it look a little vintagey. Alright, the next thing is we're going to use Smoky Slate. I'm going to start with the dark, and everybody does things differently. I like to go with a little bit of dark in corners. On the bottom of it. And then I'm going to go with light. Pull it out. This is an old silver. Color just goes on beautifully. You don't have to use two colors. You can just use them singly. It's as simple or as complicated as you want. And again, I'm going to use the color lifter here a little bit. And now I'm just going to use the light Pool Party on the cupcake liners. So you could stamp them too, but I'm just using the blends. There. And then if I wanted them lighter, I could go over it with the color lifter. And I forgot to look. Can you hear the... I'm just looking to see if there's any more comments. I don't see anybody talking about the lawnmower, so it must be okay. See, so if I want to add a little bit of contrast, I can do that with the dark. See? That looks nice too, doesn't it? There we go. And then the tops. I want one to be red, of course. Top one. I want to be very careful that I don't go over the edges of this dark color. Isn't that just so beautiful? I do love red. And see, I just did one color there. If you want to get shades, then you can take your color lifter and just go a little bit like so, and it'll change in a minute. And I've got a retired color. This is Pink Pirouette. I keep all my blends. I love this vintagey pink. And then we're going to keep a few with white icing and just maybe some dots. Let's have a look. I use the darker pink and add some dots. I find coloring to be super therapeutic. This one seems to be totally dry. This is a very old one. Oh yeah, both ends are completely dry. So you know what I'm going to do with this? Sometimes I forget to throw things out when they're no good. I'm going to grab a different one. Well, you know what? You can do red dots with this. Oh. Cheryl, I'm just doing a video. Your box is on the table, and that little container is with it. You can just stick it in the mailbox. Thanks. So what I could do with this too is I could add a little bit of Wink of Stella, which is, let me see. You know what? You know what? The Wink of Stella is not sitting close to me, so I'm just going to put this together. But what Wink of Stella is, it's a beautiful glitter pen. And it just adds a really nice shimmer. You can also use, we also have glimmery or shimmery crystal effects, which are really, really nice. I added them to the cherries. There we go. And now we're just going to pop them up. I'm going to use little dimensionals because I used my big ones in class this morning. And I did not put them back on my desk. So there we go. And that's our card almost. We just have to put the saying on, and then we did it. So I hope you get a chance to check out my logo sale, and that you get lots of free stuff with your order. I will put a host code up in a minute. And this goes like so. How cute is that? And then I have my saying. And with this one, I'm going to put some dimensionals just on the one side so that it lays flat. Just do this. There we go. I hope you like this card. I adored this set, I have to say. There you go. Isn't that just so beautiful? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to flip over to where you can see me. Oh, the mouse isn't working again. There we go. Here I am. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It was quite an epic tour of the catalog and of the Celebration catalog. But I'm hoping it was worth it, and I hope that you get your hands on a real copy soon. On Thursday, they'll be here at 81 Delaware. And next week, Tuesday, a week from today, is my open house in the front yard. There'll be a free make and take. There'll be free gifts for the first 25 people. And I hope you can join me if you're local. And if you've never stamped before and you want to know how, message me. We can do a private Zoom class if you're far away, or you can host a beginner class with your friends. You know what? I love a challenge, and I love to teach new people how to stamp. All right, guys, have a super day. Bye. It's just not